people, welcome back to the second portion of cardio for beginners. Today is just going to be just some examples of some cardio you can start out with. I'll give you a few options. Remember, keep in mind, this is only a few options of like hundreds of things you can do. It's just about being creative. These routines will help get you started in the right direction, doing cardio the fun and the right way. Early here at Life Altering Fitness, so nobody is here right now, so it's a perfect time to record. That's usually when I try to get my videos in, is when there's not a lot of people here, just so there's less busyness in the background, and then I'm not getting in the way of the members and their workouts. All right, let's get started. By the way, MERS. The first cardio variation I'm going to talk about, which you guys see me post about it on all my social media platforms, and you see it on YouTube a lot: plyos or plyometrics. What is plyos? What are plyometrics? Plyos are known as the jumping exercise. It's where you're exerting maximum speed, strength, force, power, whatever it is, for short intervals. So many variations of doing plyometrics, and sometimes you can even get creative and make up your own. I know sometimes I do that, or maybe it's not made up, maybe somebody's already done it, but it's the first time I've done it. Thinking, oh, I made something up, but not really. Yeah. I'm just gonna run through a few of my favorite plyometrics exercises, and it helps at least get you started. And you can refer to all my videos on YouTube. I have so many different plyometrics, like exercises and even workouts that have plyometrics in the workout. Also, you can refer to my Instagram, HoneyBunsFit, or Jen Heward Fit, because I have tons of videos on there too. Plyometrics can be really put into anything at any time. Most of the time you don't need a machine. Unless you're doing the treadmill, you don't need a cardio machine to do plyometrics. You can really do it anywhere. That's the beauty of plyometrics, and it acts as a way to speed up fat loss, but also preserve and maintain muscle. You're training your muscles. Because plyometrics are categorized under anaerobic exercise. So you have aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic focuses more on endurance, like long training, endurance, muscle endurance. Anaerobic is more of your short bursts, your interval training. It can be weight training, plyometrics, any kind of HIIT training, cardio. So plyometrics fall under anaerobic because, again, like I said, you're exerting maximum force, maximum speed, strength, power, whatever it is, in short intervals. I absolutely love plyos because it's a great way to spike up your heart rate, get that kind of that HIIT cardio in at the same time you're training muscles. I think it's the best way to really train the booty and the legs to keep them nice and tight and firm. At the same time, you're getting cardio. The beauty about plyometrics is you're not allowing your body to adapt to one single exercise. Like if you're on a treadmill and you're doing 30 minutes at the same speed and intensity, your body's eventually going to adapt to that. It's going to get used to it. Doing plyometrics or any type of HIIT training, there's so many different variations. You're just always tricking your body. You're never allowing it to adapt or plateau. That's why I love it. That's why I love it. That's why I stress it all the time. I do plyometrics all the time. Anytime I do my weight training, anytime I do any kind of warm-up, anything along those lines, I mix it in. Sometimes I'll do just a cluster of just plyometrics for like one circuit, or I'll mix plyometrics in with some of my weight training, upper or lower body. So that's the beauty about it. You can pick 1, 2, 3, 4, however many you want. You can time it. It's awesome. So let's run through it and I'll give you some options of how to start your plyometrics training. I've talked about many, many times that I like to do interval training on the treadmill, really any cardio machine. I never do the same pace, like the same speed or the same intensity for, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, 45 minutes, an hour, anything like that. A lot of people go on the treadmill and will run like 5 miles. And it's just the same pace, the same speed every single time. Or they'll do like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, jog, walk, or just jog the whole time. Now that's gonna be your downfall because your body's gonna adapt to that and you're gonna plateau. So you're gonna find that you're gonna stop making progress. It goes for any cardio machine. So personally for me, I like to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off because that is actually challenging to me. So I find when I'm almost done with my 30 seconds max sprint where I'm just running as fast as I can, I'm starting to get out of breath, my legs are starting to feel fatigued. That's how you kind of know where, like what time you'll be at. Because some of you might only be able to max sprint for 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Some of you might be able to go longer. I know once I get conditioned to the 30 seconds, I'll probably add more on, but I only do 2 HIIT sessions a week. So my body never really adapts to just that HIIT session. And it's always different days as well. A lot of you have been asking, should I just always do 30 minutes or always just do 15 minutes? Really what it is, guys, is always just being creative, changing up your routine all the time. Do 10 minutes one day, do 30 minutes another, do 15 minutes one day, and just always change it up. It never has to be the same exact cardio on the same exact day every week. So sometimes, some days I'll do sprints on a Tuesday and a Friday. Other days I'll do Wednesday and a Sunday. And then I'm also changing up how I'm doing it. I just always change it up all the time. Really, there's no specific, change it every 4 weeks, change it every 3 weeks. Sometimes it's good for people to, have more set dates, because especially if you're a beginner, because then it kind of keeps you more on track. You don't get so overwhelmed and discombobulated. For somebody like me who's been doing it for a long time, I'm constantly changing it all the time. And you will get to that point, but as a beginner, it's good just to change your cardio each week, just maybe write down in a book or your phone or whatever, and just plan it out each week and do something different. That's all it is. If you plan it out, you plan ahead, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna be overwhelmed, but it's those of you that do the same exact thing every single day, every single week, every single month, that get stuck. Then you find you're not getting progress, especially with cardio. So many of you guys do that. So anyway, so let's just give you a rundown what it looks like when you're doing sprints. Another little tip, a lot of times what I do is when I'm on the treadmill, I'll be max sprinting for 30 seconds and then I hop off onto the sides. Now, a lot of you probably aren't gonna be able to do that. So you can just lower your speed on your treadmill until you get to a walk or a jog, whatever it is, whatever you're comfortable with. If some of you feel comfortable grabbing the sides and hopping off and then hopping back on, you can do that, but you'll see in my video how I do it. Another great way to increase intensity on your treadmill is increasing the incline. And I actually did that. So I was doing sprints on the flat zero on the incline for a while, and then I started bumping it up, and I'm actually at a 5 incline right now, and I sprint at that. I really like it. It's really good for the booty and legs. But that's a great way to increase intensity if you're not going to change your time. That was 30 seconds. That was my max sprint, 10. And now I hopped off, waiting 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna hop back on for another 30 seconds. Recover, back on, recover, back on. You guys probably are wondering, how do you know when you're recovered from like your max speed of your interval training? Well, usually within your resting period, your recovering period, your heart rate should recover and come back down pretty quick. If it doesn't, that just goes to show you that your conditioning needs to improve. Once your conditioning and your endurance, like all that stuff starts improving, your cardio starts improving, you'll notice that you're gonna recover a lot quicker in a short period of time. So that's why interval training is really, really good. It helps improve that endurance, that speed, and that cardio conditioning. I find that if I can recover pretty well, like my breathing slows down, my heart rate like comes back down to almost normal really fast within that 30 seconds. So if you find that you're doing your interval training, so you're doing 30 seconds max speed, and then you're recovering, trying to recover for 30 seconds, but you're not fully recovered within that 30 seconds, you might need to wait 45 seconds or 60 seconds to fully recover. You'll know by when your heart rate comes down and your breathing the fast breathing starts to lessen. Always remember proper breathing too. Breathing in through your nose, breathing through your mouth. Don't worry, me and Zach are gonna have a breathing video coming to you guys very soon on the proper breathing techniques for everything. So stay tuned for that. All right, so we have other cardio equipment. This is like an arc trainer. It's like elliptical, really nice, really gentle on your joints. So this machine's really good. There's this one. Then we have this elliptical Stairmaster thing here, right here. And then we have the stationary bike. And then we have like a bike rower. And then this guy right here is a stair stepper. You can see what that looks like. So most gyms have like the revolving stairs. I mean, there's some cardio equipment in some of these gyms now that are insane. I've never even seen before. So I won't have to be able to imitate on any of those. But you get the idea when it comes to interval training, whatever cardio machine you're doing or not on a machine. So I like this stair stepper. If you haven't tried it yet, you should try it. It's pretty good. It's intense. So let's go over just a few of the ideas for these machines and we'll be golden. With that one is with any of those machines, you want to sit back into them. Sit back into them. Because then it really target the booty, makes the intensity a lot more than just staying straight up and down and la-di-da. But same thing, you can do 30 on, 30 off, 60 on, 60 off, 15 on, 45 off. Whatever your conditioning is, whatever works for you, you go for it. So my camera died on me. I had to let it charge a little bit first before I could finish recording this video, and of course I got cold and I'm comfy and my beanie and my long sleeve sweater now, but anyway, going back to the Stairmaster, when I was on the Stairmaster, the key is to try not to hold on to it as much as you can. Maybe just like setting your hands on top for more for balance, but not actually using and pulling with your arms or pushing yourself up, because then you're gonna take away from the real work, from using your legs. That's the purpose of using the Stairmasters. Also too is when you're doing the Stairmaster, you know, just sitting back into it like how you saw I was doing that. There's so many different variations you can do on the stair stepper or the revolving stairs Stairmaster. And when you're doing the speed and the intervals, you're just adjusting it either 30 on, 30 off, or 1 minute on, 2 minutes off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You know, you can be as creative as you want according to what your conditioning is. The level, of course, going as fast as you can, what you can handle for that time that you pick. We come to the stationary bike. Now I love the stationary bike, something like this, versus the machine ones, because the machine ones I feel like, I don't know, I just don't like them. So I love using the manual bike. So most gyms will have your manual bikes, probably in a group exercise room or somewhere, or even just random ones here or there. And I definitely would try to use them if you can. I just feel like you get more of like the real, like you're using a real bike, or get a real bike and go outside. When it comes to using a stationary bike, again, you have the knobs to adjust your intensity, and you just have to, you know, adjust that knob, you know, tightening or loosening it up depending on what you can handle. I usually, if they don't have a timer on your bike, use your phone, and I time myself. Again, I sometimes will do 30, like 30 on and 30 off. 30 on, 30 off will look like this. So you can see how I was sitting, and then I stood up. I'm kind of out of breath right now. But that's what you can do. Same thing, you would time. You would be sitting, kind of going at a slower pace for a certain amount of time, 30 seconds. Then you stand up, maybe increase your intensity a little bit on the knob, which makes it harder to push, and going as fast as you can for 30 seconds. Or you're doing 50 seconds slower pace, 10 seconds as fast as you can. I find when I do 10, 15, 20 seconds, even 30, I get gassed out really, really quick with, especially with the manual bike. So it really is up to you and your conditioning, your strength, and what you can handle, and then you go from there. I love the stationary bike, especially for the butt and the legs. Oh my God, and it's great cardio too. So again, interval training, or you can do 5 seconds, like they call them jumps. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 seconds where you're up and then back down, up and then back down, like this. Then you have things like jump rope. So you can do jump rope, or imitate jump rope if you can't jump rope. You can go outside, run bleachers, run stairs, up and down. Do it for, same thing, intervals, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You can time yourself with a watch or your phone. You can do kickboxing, bag training, take a class, I mean, all that stuff. There's a lot more HIIT classes out there too. I noticed that, so get involved in that. Going to a track, going hiking, I mean, going bicycling, like taking a bike out. I mean, there's so many different options to do cardio instead of just doing an hour, same speed, same pace on one machine. 10, 15, 20 minutes. Try not to go 30 minutes or more. Try to just leave it at that. Make creative every single day. Change it up. Doing 10 minutes one day, 20 minutes another day. Change is key. So hopefully that you guys found this video helpful. It kind of gives you ideas to get started. Again, you can refer to any one of my videos on YouTube. I have so many videos on ways of doing cardio. It's just a matter of taking it upon yourself, researching, looking up the right information, retaining it, trying it, not being intimidated, not being scared, not being fearful, just going out and doing it. You know, nothing's gonna change until you take that first step. So thank you guys so much for watching. More great stuff to come. You know that. Love you guys. Hi.